Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth part of this video series. In this video, we are going to prepare our Ekahau layout ready for the design. So after we have imported the layout using the WOW, we need to define our inclusion and exclusion areas and then feed into the software our coverage and capacity requirements. So let's go into Ekahau. As you can see, this is the layout that we imported from AutoCAD file using WOW. I have just fixed some ill-placed or ill-imported objects, and I also deleted the concrete objects that reference the stairs here. In order not to mess with the walls placement like this, I'll just simply hide them. If you need to hide any object, you need to go to View and untick that object. So let's hide everyone. Now, before we start the design, we need to prepare our file. The first thing we need to do is the scale. I'm not going to do it because we already assumed or we already agreed that we will trust the scale already defined inside the AutoCAD file. So scale is already there. Otherwise, you would see a warning here. Please scale your map. The second thing we need to define is the coverage area. Now, if you remember, we have subdivided our layout to include three coverage area: the upper offices, the concert hall, and the lower offices. So let's start drawing the coverage areas for each part of the layout. I'll start from here. It's as simple as clicking maybe 10 to 15 times, you will get yourself defining the coverage area. So if we go here, I won't actually pay attention to where I click for now. It is just actually showing how you can define the coverage area. I already have a separate file prepared with the right walls, with the right coverage areas, and with the right capacity. I will use that file in order to produce the final design. I'm just continuing on the one that we imported together in order to show or help you understand how to do things. So we have defined the first area. Let's define the second one. Let's start from here. Okay, I hope I'm clicking on the right thing. Otherwise, Ekahau will not accept adding the area. Okay, so this is the second area. Let's define the third one. Okay, let's define everything. That's it. Now, we need to define our exclusion areas. We go to the same tool and we select exclusion area tool. If you remember, we need to exclude bathrooms and stairs. So let's start with the bathrooms. So this is the first one. Let's just do it for the second one. It should be done here. Let's be precise. What else we need to exclude? Okay, this stair and this stair I won't be excluding because they are already outside the coverage area. I remember we have one defined here. Let's include this one. Oh, another bathroom here. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, we need to exclude this elevator plus this here. What else? Okay, I don't find it good to cover the area between, let's say, the offices and the concert hall. So I'm going to exclude that just for the sake of our demo. So this is the first exclusion. Let's do that also on this side. And maybe we can also exclude this area. You see, it's showing red line, so it won't accept your click here. If you click, it won't take it. Let me try to manipulate that. Okay. Okay, what else we need to exclude? I think it's good for now. We have finished the inclusion and exclusion areas. Let us just hide both of them for now, or at least let us hide the exclusion area only. Okay, next thing, we need to define our project requirements. We need to go to project, coverage requirements. So if you check here, you will find multiple predefined coverage requirements like voice and data. If you're designing for Aruba, then you can select Aruba VHD guidelines. It will be showing the required minimum signal strength, signal to noise ratio, and data rate. If you want to design for Cisco, you need to select Cisco. What else? Assume you are going to design to provide location tracking. So the requirements will change. I won't use any predefined one, but I'll add my own. So if I select here, let's name it concert facility. Oops, facility. Let's define its criteria. We will design a NIC 67 and let's use this as 75. The minimum required SNR it's 25 and data rates will be 12. The maximum CCI or channel interference will be 2 channels here at NIC 85. So these will define our coverage requirements. Let's look what else we can define. Device profile, I'll get back into that. Usage profile also, I will touch base on that. Let's check the network configuration. So the minimum data rate is defined as 12. If you want to use band steering, you can tick that. I don't want to use it for now. We assume that we will have only 2 SSIDs per band, actually. So yeah, I'll stick to the default settings here. Now, we have finished the coverage requirements. Let's move to the last requirement that we need to define, which is the capacity. So capacity will be defined per area. If you remember, for the concert hall area, we need actually to add around 630 mobile devices capable of supporting one spatial streams. If you want to know these numbers, you need to get, I think, you need to get back to video number 2, where you need to review the capacity forecast. So you can, in order to define the capacity for each area, you need to click on that area. Something get highlighted here, and you need to select the coverage requirements. We will select the concert facility that we have already defined. And in terms of number of devices, let's select advanced to define them. Now, let's add devices. We will add 630 mobile devices. These mobile devices should be capable of one special stream. I have already defined one here. Let me modify it just to show you how you define one. I'll delete it and re-add again. So basically, in order to define the device capability, you need to look into the predefined ones first. You can't find anyone other than the generic barcode scanner that's capable of 1 by 1 with one special stream. So I will define my own. Let's name it BYOD or BYODs, which is bring your own device. It will be capable of supporting all PHYs. We will select one special stream. For the offset value, I'll add it for now and explain it later. It will be 10 or neg 10 dB difference. Okay, so I have selected that. The bandwidth requirements for each one of these devices will be the normal SLA, 2 megabit per second. We will assume that we will have some employees, let's say, walking around the facility while the concert is running. So we will add maybe 10 employees using sys or generic IP phones. The requirements will be, or the bandwidth requirements for the generic IP phones will be VoIP, Cisco. As you can see, for a total of 640 devices, we need to provide a total of 1,000, almost 200 megabit per second as bit rate. So the coverage requirement for this area has been defined. For the two areas, we will split the 115 devices between them. So let's define that for the first area. Let's select a concert hall coverage requirements, and let's go to advanced. So we have 45 employees. We will consider 45 laptops distributed in the two areas. We will insert 25 laptops here with high SLA plus 25 BYODs for mobile devices with normal SLA plus 12 wireless IP phones. So we have defined the coverage, or sorry, the capacity requirements for this area. We will also define it here. So let's do the same. Generic laptops, a total of 45. We already defined 45. Let's define 20. And high SLA. And let's add another device. 20 mobile devices with normal SLA and 13 VoIP phones with Cisco bandwidth requirements. At this stage, we have defined our capacity requirements. Let's get back to the slide just to check if we missed anything. We excluded, we defined the data, the coverage and capacity requirements, and we fit them into our site survey software. I think we have finished. Let me just double check. Okay, let's hide the areas and Our file now is ready. We can start the design after we select the type of access point that we are going to use. That wraps up our fourth part of this video series. Thank you for watching.